Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another day of our Summer Reading Club programming. And today is Thursday, one of my favorite days of the week. And on Thursdays, what we like to do is do different crafts and activities that highlight different cultures and places all across the world that would be really interesting to visit. So for today, instead of focusing on just one place, we're going to be doing a craft that highlights different places all across the world. So in my example here, I have the beautiful Sydney Opera House, which I've already done a craft on, so if you haven't seen that, check that out, but it is located in Australia. And then we have the wonderful Mount Fuji here, which is the largest mountain in all of Japan, and it also happens to be an active volcano, which is really neat. You have the Roman Colosseum here, which is located in Rome, Italy. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I would love to actually visit it in person one day. We have Machu Picchu, which is located in Peru in South America. And Machu Picchu is actually an Incan citadel that sits atop the Andes Mountains, and that'd be so interesting to check out one day. We have the wonderful Statue of Liberty, which is in the United States, New York to be specific, and it is absolutely iconic. Again, another place I would love to visit one day. We have Banff National Park here in our very own Canada, and I would hope that most of you have seen it, but if you haven't already, it will simply take your breath away. It is so gorgeous there. And then the last one I have in the back here is the Eiffel Tower, located in Paris, France, another place that I just cannot wait to visit one day. So, in order to make your very own world map craft here, what you will need is to either, if you want to be really creative and take a lot more time on this craft today, you can actually draw your own map. But what I would recommend, it makes it a whole heck of a lot easier, is to print off a template from online. There's a bunch of free printables like the one I have here, and that way you can get a world map of all 7 continents here, and you can then color it in yourself later however you would like to do. As well, you will need some cardboard, just a little bit. You will want to print out some wonderful pictures of places that you want to visit one day. I have all 7 of my pictures here. You will want some toothpicks, some glue. I have both a glue stick and hot glue today. You will need some scissors. Any scissors will do. I would recommend also a writing utensil just for tracing. I have a Sharpie and some pencil crayons, markers, anything like that that you'd like to use for coloring. So, to begin today's craft, what you'll want to do is, of course, either draw if you're feeling ambitious, or as I would recommend, printing out a template of a map over the world here. However your map looks, that's completely up to you. I just did mine where it was nice blank so I could color it in myself. And if you see here right in the red, that's Canada in North America here. But once you've colored it in, it will look very similar to my own map here. Now I did each continent a different color just because that way it taught me a little bit something about geography too. Is here, I will pull out my pins here and show you. And one really great part about this is once you have your actual map, you can add or take away as many of these toothpick flags as you would like. But as you see here, once you have it colored in, it should look like this. Now, I'm looking at it mirrored here backwards, but in dark blue here, that's going to be North America. So you have Canada, you have the United States, and Mexico. In the orange, you have South America. In blue, you have all of Asia. It's a really big continent. And then you have Europe in yellow. You have Africa in red here. You have Australia, just at the tiny bottom in green. And then you have Antarctica in the purple here. But you can color them however you would like, and you can color them all the same color, different colors, completely up to you. But once you have finished coloring, what you'll want to do is, with your map, I would recommend, however big it is, mine is just in a little bit of a circular shape here, you will want to then trace it out on some cardboard and cut out that shape like so. And in doing that, what that will do is it will allow you to put your actual toothpicks and be able to get them to stick into your map when you've gotten to that step. So it's super simple. I just grab my cardboard after I've traced it and cut it out using my Sharpie. I will then just grab my glue stick here and then just glue the back of this page onto right here. And this is where I'm using a glue stick because it takes a little bit longer if you're just using white glue, but with hot glue, it will actually make creases in your page. Hence why glue stick would probably be the best choice to use here. There we go. Nice and straight and even, and it will look just like this when you're finished. There we go. Now we get to the really, really fun part where we can start cutting out our wonderful little pictures here, again, using your scissors. And the size of the pictures, that is completely up to you. For me, I just did, as you see, these tiny little squares here, just enough to make it so it's a little bit of a flag so you can still notice the picture, but not too big that it won't fit, say, more than one flag on your map here. And then, yeah, I'm just cutting them into little squares. Just like this. And once you've cut all of your pictures out, again, up to you however many pictures you would like to use, this is when I would recommend using hot glue if you happen to have it, just because that way you can glue on this one side here, just along the edge, and then you will grab your toothpick, if I can get a toothpick here. There we go. And with your toothpick, you will then just put it on with the glue, right like so. And then you will have your actual flag of the picture ready to go. But if all you have is just regular glue stick or white glue, those work just as fine. It'll just take a little bit longer to dry. All right, and because I want it to face this way, I'm going to glue my toothpick right here. And again, be very careful not to burn yourself if you are using hot glue. Oddly enough, it appears that I'm out of hot glue, so we're going to go to the glue stick anyways. There we go. And just like this. Just like so. Nice and glued on there, and it's on the corner. And if you need to roll it a little bit so that your glue stick will stay tight, that's okay too. And then you can place it wherever it belongs on the map. So for me, it might be easier to show you the colored side here. For me, I know that Machu Picchu is in Peru, and Peru is in South America. So what I did was I looked online to see where Peru was, and then I noticed that Peru is this guy right here, and then Machu Picchu is directly in the middle, just like so where that little dot is. So then I am going to put my toothpick in that little dot, and just like that, I've marked where Machu Picchu is. So, with this craft, it's not too difficult today. It can take as much or as little time as you guys would like to spend on it. That is completely up to you. But something else that I've seen that you can do is if you decide that, you know what, you're not loving the idea of putting these different locations on here, or you've already done that and want to make another world map craft, what you can do is places that you've either visited or have never visited and want to one day, you can actually print out their flags, so like our Canadian flag with the maple leaf, or Japan with the white background and the actual red circle in the middle. You can print those out and make them just like this with the glue and the toothpicks, and then put them also on your map where that country is located. So there's a bunch of different options for you on how you can do this craft today. But that will be everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I had tons of fun as always. Have an amazing day today, everybody. It's a really, really warm one out there, so I hope you stay cool and safe. So have a good one, everyone. See you later.